gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Never whack, bring it back, and we are here with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 25. Big quarter of a century. We out here, baby. We with the Strawhat crew as of usual. I'm sorry, I got something in my fucking eye, and it's just Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I just ruined the whole intro. God damn.
We can just run it back.
Yo, damn, that's tough. All right, I'm here with the Strawhat crew as of usual. We got D3 in the building. What's up, bro?
What's good, y'all? We out here.
And gang. We got that boy Mr. G in the building. What's up, man?
Yo ho ho, what's good, everybody?
We got that boy Strawhat Mod in the building.
What's good, y'all? Kaido down. Sad face.
Sad face. F's in the chat. And we got that boy, last but not least, of course, YHuss in the building. How you doing, bro?
What's up, y'all?
All right, we got a banger of a chapter today. Pretty much concluding that Wano's done. We got some new info. We got some big revelations. And so we're gonna start off with the summary and gonna keep it pushed from there. Talk about everything that happened. Miss is gonna handle the summary today while I fight with my eye because I'm about to rip it out at this point. But yeah, Mister, you take it over from here. I gotta fight myself right now.
You got it, yo. Cali about to become a true pirate right now.
Yo, literally about to have one eye patch on, bro, for real.
Yeah. All right, yo. We got chapter 1052, New Morning. The chapter starts off in Mary Joelle as the five elders assess the situation, realizing Nika has emerged and two emperors have fallen, all happening at the worst possible time, and that they won't be able to cover it up. Once the Marines around Wano report that the elephant wandered into the mist, they then conclude the borders of Wano are staying closed for now, meaning it is almost impenetrable, which is a move the five elders consider wise and shrewd. Yet, they still seek Nico Robin, but as CP0 begins to respond, the signal is hijacked. CP0 is told to stay where they are, and the speaker says, "I'm on the way." The scene shifts back to Onigashima. Shortly after the raid, Hawkins comes across X-Drake, who says, "I thought those ridiculous cards of yours promised that you'd be safe if you stuck with Kaido." Hawkins states that after betraying Kid and his crew, even if you foresaw his victory, do you really think I would have gone crawling back to him? Then reveals that the man with the 1% chance of survival was Hawkins himself, as he seemingly passes away.
Alright, people, back watch. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Time jumps 7 days forward as we get a look at the new flower capital under Shogun Momonosuke. In schools, the true history of Wano is being told. Starting with Odin, what really happened the night he was executed, the roles the Scabbards played over the last 20 years, and going as far as what happened the night of the raid. In Ringo, Kawamatsu and Kinemon discuss building another shrine, putting Odin to rest, surrounded by his allies, Yasui and all the other daimyo, and ending with Asura Doji and Izo. Marco gives his blessing as the three of them sit and share the understanding that they are the ones who remain, and pray for everyone's good health. Returning to the capital, Hiyori breaks the news that Luffy and Zoro have finally opened up their eyes, giving Momo a flying kick. As Luffy and Zoro eat and drink, Momo tells them to save their room for later, save some for later, since he plans to summon the whole country for a huge banquet. though Zoro and Luffy have no idea who he is. Once they do, more jokes, scenes ensue, play out. Notably, Zoro attempting to make good on his promise to put Sanji, if he's lost to the Gem of Blood, to get ready for the banquet. The Straw Hats and friends bathe in the castle onsen. At Toge Port, Frankie and Usopp are fixing up everyone's ships and Frankie's General Frankie. Kid and Law's crew are there at the port as Kid cautions everyone not to let their guard down, since they're gonna have the biggest targets on their back with the Emperor's gone. Just as Beeple mentions the word bounty, Appo and a number appear as he confirms it all leaked, and bounties are right in the newspaper as he drops it in front of Kid, as well as the names of those who have been titled Emperors of the Sea. We see someone flying through Wano, seemingly on call with Akainu, who's telling them not to do anything unnecessary. It is revealed to be Admiral Ryokogyu, aka Greenbolt. End of chapter.
It's lit.
Yeah.
End of Wano. We done.
Yeah. We done.
R.I.P. Kaido. R.I.P. What was the other
Big
guys
Mom.
that died? No. Yeah, Big Mom too, I guess.
Yeah, Ashura and Izo. Yeah.
Sure, Izo.
Yep.
What was the one in this chapter?
Didn't Izo die off screen?
Izo died off screen, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, we saw Izo fall to the
It was
CP0,
when
and that was it.
they traded blows, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Bro,
Really didn't see him after that.
Hold on. All of us
Right.
were wrong about our Wano theories.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
every single one of us.
Actually,
Literally every single one of us.
Every single one of us was wrong, bro. Every single
Yeah.
one of us.
And I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm happy.
All right, so yeah, you know what? I got. Go ahead, Strawhat.
Oh no, I was gonna say, do y'all want to talk about those deaths? Because I think that was like the biggest, like,
Yeah.
crazy, reveal. So
Oh, yeah, it was
like
good.
it respects to like just this chapter alone, not the build up for next chapter, but
Right. So we got confirmed Hawkins.
Mhm.
Hawkins
Izo.
confirmed God?
Not
I guess
confirmed.
not confirmed.
some people
I
are.
was gonna say, I don't think
mixed about
I think
it.
Hawkins is just banged up. I don't think he's dead.
Some people do believe he's dead. I kind of believe he might.
I think
I
he's
love
dead.
that album.
Why?
I,
Why
Wait,
would you
Shahad,
think
did
he's
you
dead?
say you believe he's dead or not?
I'd kind of believe it, kinda. I'm
Yeah,
like,
kinda.
I'm iffy. You never know with Oda how he likes to okie doke. It's like, bro, this has been the most crazy revelations, because I promise you, even if we all thought that like Ashura might be dead, or like not one of us thought that Izo was dead. And,
I would have thought it would have been Apu first.
Oh
Yo,
God.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I said before, but I definitely thought Izo was like supposed to die. Like, cause like that he said like live on Kiku and shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And another thing that had me was that I think he was above where the fire was and shit, or where the water rising with them through the water. So I was like, yo, this nigga's still in the fire up there. Like, so I don't know. It just seemed pretty final to me. But I'm not gonna lie. I think the one thing about this is like, what it like it was kind of like, okay, they fell. Everyone forgot about them, and then this chapter, okay, yo, they died. By the way, it's like, oh
yeah.
word.
I
You know what I'm
yeah, I feel you. I just think that like it's crazy because this was pointed out that like when it came down to it, if you think about it, the ones that were like written and drawn in such a way that you thought that they were dead were only Kinemon and Kiku. And crap, who was the one that portrayed him again?
Oh
Andrew?
god, Conjuro, yeah.
Yeah, Kanjuro. So those were the guys that were kind of written like they were supposed to die, and they all were kind of like alive in such. Oh well, Kanjuro's dead now, but like the first time we thought he was like, okay, that was it. But then he's like next to them, and he's like, actually, I'm still alive. Like, and then Ashura and Izo. Sure, you could have maybe thought they were dead, but because of Oda's writing style, I don't think any of us like fully like internalized the idea that they were dead.
Yeah.
And here they are dead. Like that. So that was the craziest thing to me. That was like the craziest okey doke like cross up I have ever like experienced. Like I like Oda doesn't usually write important characters. I mean, not to say like they were like ace level important, but like still like characters that he established to just die like that, like the Kiku death where she was writing that, or she was saying that poem or whatever,
it sounded like it made it look like she was gonna go. Yeah.
Right, and then Kenny Mon with freaking Kaido and everything, and that
when he
stab.
popped up.
And like,
Yeah.
bruh,
I think that excuse me, it's definitely a nice change of pace. I like to think that Oda has heard the people complain, because I feel like that's like probably one of the number one complaints of the
About One
few
Piece.
of One
Yeah.
Piece is that
Yeah.
he doesn't commit to death. You know what I mean? But I feel like because he doesn't commit to death, he may not be as well versed in writing deaths. I don't want to say because he's written good deaths, right?
yeah,
But, like,
he has, because he has, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like when they're less integral to the storyline, it might be a little bit harder for him, because I feel like we felt the way that we feel right now. I feel like a lot of people may have felt about Pedro too.
Mhm.
Like, is he really dead? Is this really, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was the same.
Yeah.
That was
See, that was
speculation.
one I don't understand how people don't think Pedro that nigga literally blew himself up. Like, I don't.
Because
Ezra-
You know what that was?
because Pell blew himself up.
Yeah, Pell took
Right.
a nuke.
Literally.
Oh,
Literally.
yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot
Pell
about
took a
that.
nuke,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's
the
like the-
problem. That's
So
the
there's
problem.
2 for 3 now.
Yeah,
But
so
he fucked this up with the first one.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why it's hard to get solid feelings on the way these deaths happen, because it's just inconsistency.
Yeah,
There's a lot
like,
of
and the
inconsistency with the deaths.
big moments, I feel like I didn't want to make the comparison, but like Kinemon, like that shit was fucking. When I read that chapter, I was sure he was dead. My boy was telling me, like, bro, you're stupid if you think he's dead, bro. And I'm like, bro, look at the moment, blah, blah. And then I was like, and then he stabbed him, and I was like, oh shit, okay, it's definitely GG, you know? But
Yeah, and
it would've
then 2
hit. He
chapters
does-
later, his legs running around the fucking.
come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's part of it, right? Like, that's part of it in the sense that One Piece, like, you gotta look at the medium that it is. Not only, like, it's a manga, yeah, but it's also when Shonen Jump, you know, and for like 15-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, obviously there's a huge, you know, draw for everyone, and it's more mature than it seems, but like, that's what I think part of it is. And also, I think Oda is, I feel like I've said this before, but Oda's a pussy, man. He doesn't want to kill the people he loves. He doesn't want Kinemon to die, so he won't kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
that,
mean,
honestly.
yeah, Oda. I think Oda loves his character so much.
Exactly. I think he might have said as much one time.
Yeah,
So-
like it's so hard.
So-
It's so hard.
Do you guys don't think that Hawkins is dead?
I think he is.
I don't think.
I kind of think he is,
I
because
think he is.
because what can Hawkins do after this? I think one of the things, like, if he was going to go, this would be the way. Because I know it's kind of transitioning to the Hawkins thing more specifically, but I actually got mad respect for Hawkins after this, and it's because this man was portrayed as the most I must survive at all costs. What's the probability of me surviving? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that and that and that. The one time he went against his own destiny, and it might have been because of Luffy, because Luffy, who defies destiny or defies the odds so many times and comes out on top, you know, maybe Hawkins was like, okay, it says I have a 1% chance. You know what? Screw it. I'm not crawling back to no one. I'm not going to beg and plead for kids forgiveness and stuff for being wrong or whatever. I'm gonna stick to my guns. And even though obviously he was wrong, there's a bit of admirable a little bit of it's admirable to see that, because
I respect it.
yeah, it's like, you know, you stick with your resolve. You know, sure, you were wrong, but you died on the hill, and I have respect for that. Like, and that will be one way for Hawkins to like exit the series and stuff like that fully. That I would approve of. Plus, he's a new generation guy, so you know, not all of them are all going to be like top tier. Yeah, some of them are.
I think it's honestly shocking that a supernova like died at all. You know, like if this is the case, right? And I do think it looks to me like it. And if that happens, like that's like insane. A fucking supernova died if that's the case. And I think another, like, I clearly agree with what Strawhat is saying. I actually gained a lot of respect for him just because of this. But also, it goes like the whole arc is about you know, like conquering worlds and stuff like that. And although Hawkins switched sides immediately, in the end, even though it looked really bad, the cards show that it was bad for Kaido's side. He's like, you know what? Let me go out like a real one. You know, like not a real one, but like let me, like, for once,
me
the
stick
card.
to
I
my-
believe the cards.
yeah.
But yeah, like I'm gonna stick to what I decided. And like if his will was broken, if he was really just betraying people just to live, he would have switched sides back to Kid and Luffy, right? And that would have given them even a bigger chance to win. So I think it's admirable, like Shah said, that he went out like that, and I get a lot of respect for him, and I completely agree on the fact that like he showed a great deal of character with this moment, and it ties well with the themes of the arc. So I could see this being the last little bit we see for him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel.
R.I.P. Hawkins,
really-
Pack Watch Bozo.
I really agree. What's it called? I think it should have been Apu, in my opinion. But I feel like Apu
Yeah.
is solely
Apu.
exists at this point to be on some hater shit 24/7 wherever Luffy is. I feel like this is Apu's existence from this point. He just exists to be a hater.
Yeah, I wonder how much like he'll have a role in like future arcs. You know what I'm saying?
See, like I don't think much. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see what a lot of supernovas are gonna do at this point, like him, Veggie, like.
Yeah, exactly. He can just exit
Well,
somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
he can just
well-
exit. That's why I just feel like they're just kind of there to be there at this point. Like they serve
Well-
their purpose.
Well, there is one thing that could happen. So, I mean, wait, do you still want to talk about Hawkins at all?
I was just gonna say that like it was a nice twist finding out that the person he was talking about when he said the 1% was him, because we all were wrong. We thought Luffy, we thought Drake,
Yeah.
we thought Law, like whoever, but it ended up being him. That's why like if Oda wants this to be an impactful death, like it's got to end right here. Like he can't survive. Like that's how I feel about it. At least that's why I think he is dead. But
not gonna lie, that was definitely a trip.
yeah.
I got my ankles broken.
Yeah, but it's even more of a trip because you notice in the past when he referred to himself in those card readings, he usually says himself.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
fact that he said this man, that definitely hit differently.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost in a way like he kind of distinguished like himself from like his past self to his current self, because his past self probably would have like just like adhered to that whatever that was and just like boom, okay, I gotta do this, like the logical guy or whatever. But this time he chose like resolve over like complete logic and stuff. So yeah, that was crazy. But what I was going to say is because of the fact that we're getting new Yonkos and stuff, it could be possible that some of the supernova latch on to some of the Yonko.
Oh, definitely.
The new Yonko. That's their role. And there was a theory because apparently Kid, when he was first thought of, the supernovas weren't a thing. But I think it was like maybe potentially that his whole crew, because he's supposed to be the rival to Luffy and stuff, so he needed a super crew that kind of represents that. I think the one thing that Kid lacks right now is a super crew. So it's possible that the supernova were written in such a way to be split off as their own individual captains, but maybe each captain of the supernovas were originally intended to be a part of Kid's crew originally. So it could be possible that most of not all of them, but most of them, they could get under Kid's umbrella if he's assumed to be the Yonko and Apu wasn't on some bullshit when he told Big News Morgan. So,
That's true.
Yeah,
That's actually a
good.
good point.
Yeah.
Not to branch off too much, but is there a possibility that Apu could have gave some misinformation when he revealed the events that happened?
Okay, it depends how far you mean when you say misinformation. Do you mean embellishment or like a little bit of cap? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good word.
Like what Morgan's did. Like I think what Morgan's did is like a bit embellishment for sure. You know, like he's like, yeah, they took down the castle, they defeated big, like shit like that, right? Like it was a complete loss.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the thing is though, like even if you tell them the truth, it's still fucking huge. And honestly, like everything that happened, like if he lied about it, like what the fuck more could he say, right? Like Luffy beat Kaido 1-on-1, you know, stuff like that. Some fucking cap. I don't know.
Yeah.
he could say that. He could say that he beat Kaido.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, chill. I don't think he wants that smoke, son.
Definitely do not want that smoke, bro.
No, yo, they would easily call his bluff on. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Go back, yo.
That would be too much.
Because I mean, yeah, I don't think he lied personally, but maybe he exaggerated. He could have potentially exaggerated the truth a little bit. He could have been like, yeah, Luffy came in, he defeated Kaido, he stopped Big Mom, he took down all the freaking Kaido pirates and Big Mom pirates all by himself, didn't like no help, low diff, like
Low diff is crazy. I feel like it was somebody made a point. If it was either the last chapter or the chapter before, I think it was Kid actually specifically. Somebody, I don't remember who it was. Somebody specifically made a point to say that this could be an issue depending on how the word gets spread or depending on how the news gets spread. Like they made it a specific point to mention that depending on how this news spreads, the world will react differently. So I feel like that's a hint that something could have been amiss when Apu reported it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I brought it up.
That's true, because now since Mod brought up the whole that Kid is supposed to be Luffy's rival, like this could cause that animosity, you know what I mean? Like, what if like Luffy gets all the credit and Kid's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I took down Big Mom, you know what I mean? Like, I was the one that pushed Big Mom down, whatever. I had a little help from Law, but like, then he gets jealous. I mean, it could cause a lot of things to happen. So,
and he did say everyone be on guard because you don't know what will happen, and that included like if everyone might betray each other or whatever. So he said, don't get so buddy. That's a good point.
Oh, and that was also brought up after like you saw Killer and Beppo both admiring Frankie's General Frankie, you know, and the robot and everything. You know, they have that gag throughout the whole series, but all the like the tough guys are all into Frankie's robots and shit like that. Like, so, you know, and also Frankie and them worked on their ships, so like he's like paranoid about that too. You know what I mean? So. It goes to show you that Kid still lives on that, you know, pirates, we will betray each other. They're going to betray me one day, so just be ready.
Because he's been through it.
Yeah, that's what got him in this whole position, right?
Exactly.
My hot take for this is that the next two Yonko are going to be Luffy and Buggy.
Oh,
brother. You're one of those niggas.
It's going to be Buggy. I want Buggy to be a Yonko. It just fits.
It just fits.
For those of you listening that don't know, there's a section of the fandom rallying together to root for Buggy becoming one of the Yonko along with Luffy, and apparently our own D3 is a part of that fandom.
No,
it's funny. It's funny. What do you want?
This is the kind of chaotic element you need. He said it's funny. That's why I want it.
Like I want Buggy to I want Morgan, whoever is reporting the shit back to the newspaper, to just happen to say Buggy was there. And he got the final blow of Big Mom, and then Buggy
my god, bro!
I think, okay, you know what? But that's the worst way to go, because I feel like I think it's funny. I do agree it would be funny, and I also think it would be a cool like twist if it's like Kid and Law and neither of them are Yonkos.
Yeah.
And then like, because the thing is like, so this could be a cool tie-in because we don't know what's going on outside the world, and Buggy is currently being hunted, right? And they're sending some heavy hitters to these warlords.
Yeah.
So imagine he turns them around. His allies are that strong. He continues to build forces, blah blah blah. And I think it's gonna be trash. And if I see that shit, I'm gonna be cheesed. But I could see how it happens.
Bro, you know what just hit me after you said that though? What would be funny was Appo said, "Yo, Law and Kid worked for Luffy." They're gonna be tight, bro. They're gonna be tight, yo. My God.
That's good. I can see that happening. I can see that.
That's definitely some Oda shit. Yo, Oda would definitely do that shit, bro.
But that actually is a good point. Well, the Buggy thing leads into the broader picture. Do you guys believe? Because I heard that this is a possibility. Because I mean, obviously, when Luffy gets a new bounty or whatever, it's usually in that chapter. It's never ever been to a point where it was hyped up for the next chapter. It was always that chapter whenever they mention bounties. Mm-hmm. So because this is different than what Oda usually does, how likely do you think that it's someone outside of Wano that's being named a Yonko? And if it is, a possibility. Who? Yeah.
I mean, he just told you.
Why is it Buggy or whoever else you might think? Because I think if it was anyone that had a chance to be named a Yonko outside of Wano, it would be Mihawk.
Yeah.
That
Who do they send up to Mihawk?
Like everybody. Well, I mean, a lot of Marine ships, but you know Mihawk. Mihawk was like, oh, it's been a while since I've been chased. But I mean, what better way to like, because you drop a freaking warlord title off of him, but clearly this guy is probably just as strong as a Yonko. I know that's a hot topic or debate or whatever, but for the sake of this for the purpose of this argument, let's say he is as strong as a Yonko or whatever. I mean, what better way than to just be like, oh shit, because we don't know what happened outside. And if he did some shit or whatever, like he might be a Yonko in those span of weeks or a month or whatever, however long it's been.
Yeah, I think that is like a good guess, but I also think that this is kind of the question with Kid and Law, right? Is that like when you are a Yonko, it's like even let's say you have a demon ass crew, don't you need like, I feel like the ties with, you know, property, countries, kingdoms, I feel that's another big part of it, right? Mihawk, this guy doesn't even have a crew, right? So it seems to us. I'm sure it seems like he travels alone, he works alone, he lives alone. I guess Perona is there too.
Okay, but imagine how cold that would be as a Yonko. It would just be.
It would be
That
fucking
shit
crazy.
That would be cold.
Yeah, that would be cold. Yeah.
You gotta be an
crazy.
extraordinary person to be a Yonko with no crew, no
Yeah,
land,
No
Yes,
crew,
bro.
nothing.
nobody, bro. Just
Gotta
fucking
be-
on
you
that
gotta
shit,
be
bro.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's good money.
Because remember, a Yonko is considered to be the four Yonko. I think is it together or separate? I have to reread or look that up, but I'm pretty sure like Yonko are considered like on par with the Marines in terms of like overall world's power.
I think it's like all of them together.
Like, all of them together.
Well, like okay, like they said, like that the warlords and the Marines keep like those three things are like keeping the balance together. But like
Yeah.
if the Yonkos all work together, it'll be GG for the Marines.
It really
Okay,
would.
then
Bro,
if
easily.
if that's the case, right? Then like that means that this is hype to think about. Mihawk is an accumulation by himself of a world power that's on par with the Yonko Marines and warlords.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
If he was named a Yonko solo, that would be fucking insane. But like, you know, not a lot. Who else could do it? Like that's not already a Yonko. Like that. You know, it's gonna be Kid and Law, because one thing I think people kind of forget is that, like, in the eyes of like regular people, and based on like what Morgan said after Whole Cake, there's 5 emperors now. Luffy, obviously, people before
Luffy,
Wano,
the 5th emperor, yeah.
yeah, people before Wano wouldn't like people like real people that are like into like fucking like Kaido and like the Marines, like they know Luffy wasn't that nigga before Wano. Now like it's over. Like he definitely is already Yonko level, but he already had the social title, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I just think those 2 spots are gone now, Kaido and Big Mom, and they'll simply fill them in with Kid and Law. But I also do have the question of, you know,
But
like land and
Won't-
shit, but it doesn't matter.
won't the name then change? Because Yonko means 4.
Yeah, it would just be 5th Emperor.
Does Yonko actually like mean 4?
Nah, but Yonko means 4
emperors.
emperors.
4
Gone.
emperors.
Oh, okay.
So you couldn't call them the Yonko anymore then, technically.
But it was the
right?
whole thing. This is the whole time we couldn't call them the Yonko since Whole Cake, right? But like it's all good. They're just emperors. They're just emperors
Nah,
seeds.
but wait, that's different though, because even when Luffy was named the 5th emperor, all the Yonko like basically did not acknowledge him as an emperor, and so I
Bro,
think that was
it's just a name, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, bro. You can,
He fucking already beat. 2 of them are beat now, so that shit don't matter now. Like,
yeah, and
I mean-
like honestly, because if they let's entertain the idea that Luffy is the 3rd after Blackbeard and Shanks. Luffy's 3rd. Are they gonna give Kid or Law one of the spots? Like I feel like that's expecting one of them.
I think one of them would get the spot, and the other will be considered like their underling, and that will
But,
cause
we all know who-
and that would cause like argument, bitter, and like
Yep.
and goofy shit between all 3 of them. Like,
It would.
I can see it doing that. That'd be fucked up though.
that would be fucked up.
that's
But
it'd be
by
funny.
default, you know what's? It would be Kid. It would be Kid that would be considered, because then him and Law will argue. Law will be like, "I literally did the most damage to Big Mom," and he was like, "So shut up!" Like,
Yeah.
Look who's the Yonko now, nigga. Okay, I can see that.
yeah.
Damn.
But it would be funny if it was fucking Law, because then Kid would still get disrespected by everyone. You know, so and still be a laughing stock because he hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, if Kid doesn't make Yonko
He'd be
by
pissed.
this next chapter, the community will clown him for not making Yonko.
Yo,
I
The
feel like
community already clowns it, bro. It's just gonna get worse.
that's the
Yeah,
point.
that's what
That's
I'm
my
saying.
point.
That's what I'm
Like, but that's
He
my
does it.
point. Like he needs a W.
They'll give it to both of them, bro. And Luffy just.
I know. Yeah, no. But the community already respects Law. Like we love Law regardless.
That's not gonna change. Yeah,
I got
that's
his Sigma on my fight stick. He's cold. Like, but Kid,
That was sick,
he
by the
doesn't-
way. That was sick.
Thank you. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, Kid, he doesn't get that same community respect. He kind of needs this.
He do
Like,
need
he
this.
kind of needs
Yeah,
it.
that boy suffering.
Yeah. What do they call him? Useless Captain Mid.
Right.
Yep. Damn, that's
Useless
crazy.
Captain Mid.
That's a bang.
Holy
That's actually a bang. That's a bar.
That's a
Actually.
bar for real. Jesus
Useless
Christ.
Holy
Captain Mid. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness
Well,
gracious.
we'll get the info on the bounties and stuff next chapter, hopefully.
Yeah,
Got a couple more things to talk about. This is a pretty chock full chapter.
it was.
I want to
Yeah,
go back.
it was low-key long.
Yeah, I want to go
Like, it
back
felt
because somebody brought something up. I
They
wanted
did.
To talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anthony
So
Domain, yo.
we-
Good bring up.
So after Luffy wakes up and everything, they have a bath.
Yep.
We see all the Straw Hats, boys in the boys section, the girls in the girls section. In the girls section, we do see somebody missing.
Don't worry, Strawhat. We're going to Robin.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Yes.
is this going into
Keep going, Callie. Keep going, Callie.
I'm sorry.
Keep going, Callie.
Yeah, so missing a particular Straw Hat.
Yep.
A Straw Hat that, in the very beginning of the chapter, the world government name drops and asks if she can still be brought to them.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Robin.
Nico Robin.
Beginning of the chapter, CPO asks, we can still have Nico Robin brought to us, correct? And this is before they're interrupted by, I'm assuming this is Suzuki. I mean, not Suzuki, Green Bull.
I
Right?
agree.
Saying that he's on his way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, assuming that that's Green Bull, he interrupted them, but they were talking about bringing in Nico Robin beforehand. And then in the bath scene where we see all of the Straw Hats, we don't see Nico. So
Yeah. And and Oda tries to throw you off by having Kiku in the bathroom instead, because they kind of look similar.
Yeah.
But if you read because my friend thought it was Kiku because they just skimmed the chapter, because some people, they like to just skim.
Yeah.
And they were like, wait, what? And I was like, you gotta read what they say. They talk about the past. That's actually Kiku talking about them being in the shower with Odin.
Yeah, literally, not Otama. What's the other girl's name?
Otoko.
Otoko literally name drops Okiku-chan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Robin's missing. A lot of people speculating that she's in trouble. What do you guys think?
I don't think. Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking she's with the Poneglyphs. Because she likes to be isolated and do her thing. That, or she's fucking sending information to the Revolutionary Army because she's still in cahoots with them.
What does in cahoots mean though? Like,
I mean, like, just in touch. I mean, like, she
this is different.
you know what I mean? Like,
In cahoots has like a connotation, It's like
Yeah,
I mean, she's probably giving. I don't know. I'm just saying.
A sinister
Fair.
implication, kind of.
No, I'm with you. Okay, but when we mean let's just talk about what in trouble means though, right? Like, I guess I think. Yeah, I feel like you were gonna go in the other direction, how she might not be safe. Am I right?
No, I was gonna just say she's fine, and I was gonna say there's another person missing that some people don't realize. I mean, you see Neko in the bath, Neko Momushi, but where's Dog?
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, I mean he's probably with her, helping uncovering the true history probably.
That's
and there
true.
was someone else missing, Denjiro.
I mean, all the
He might be
scabbards, literally all the scabbards are missing. except
Yeah,
for
like
Nico.
Denjiro was not shown at all this chapter.
Yeah, because Kawamatsu and Kinemon are
Yeah, I think the
by the
difference.
shrine.
Yeah, I think the difference is though that
they talked about capturing Robin. Like,
no,
that's-
that and also this is supposed to be a scene where all the Straw Hats are supposed to be present. Like it's
Yeah.
bad time. All the Straw Hats.
Well,
are
no,
supposed to
but
be-
even then.
Oh no,
like,
you're right.
Frankie
Because Frankie and
Usopp,
Usopp. Yeah, no, I take that back. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
I was just gonna say, like, even though they said like we could still get Robin, right? I mean, we do assume that the person on the phone was Green Bull. So if that was definitely Green Bull, he literally just told them, "Wait, no, don't move. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going." Like, so she can't be captured at this point. Then, if he
Hope not,
literally
bro.
got them to
You know, I
wait.
like that train of thought, and that makes me think that there could be if she's off by herself with the poneglyphs, that there could be an interaction between Robin and Green Bull.
Yeah, I was thinking
that's a good.
Do you guys want Robin getting kidnapped again?
Hell no.
She's not gonna get kidnapped. I have
No.
a lot more faith in the Order than to pull the same trick twice. So I
Okay,
highly
okay.
doubt that she's gonna get captured again.
I do think
even
to make
if-
it seem like she will be, and then like that doesn't happen, and then she's like learned a lot or whatever, and then everyone comes through. But
that's what the whole arc was came to Eni's lobby, where like she has friends that can reliably get her back or make sure she's not fully captured. Whereas this arc, now those same friends rely on her to not get caught. That's why Sanji, called her and stuff. Like, she can handle herself. She's a big girl.
Yeah,
Plus, on top of that, she has reliable crew. So even if there was a very strong villain or some type of antagonist like an admiral coming to get her, even then she still has a Yonko literally as her captain and hella like strong crewmates to just say fuck off, and that would be the point. That it literally the only thing that would need to be shown is like they can reliably do it still without us going to a whole Eni's lobby part 2 type thing. Yeah, like that.
I completely agree. Yeah. It's just she even said in Zou, it's like I have strong allies to protect me in front of Nekomamushi, right, and Inuarashi. So I would hope Oda would prove her right, and prove her belief right. So I'm sure Oda's
exactly.
We also don't know Green Bull's motives either. He could very well.
I want to talk about. That's definitely something I want to talk about. It's like, because Akainu tells him, don't do anything unnecessary, bro. You're like, what would an admiral be here for? And another thing is that, like, to mention is that like he cut off the CP0 and the girls stay talking. That's crazy to me. Like, the Marines are purposefully, they're like, all right, fuck this shit. You guys fucked up. We're gonna do something in our own way, in some sense, right? So I think that's an interesting perspective to realize. And another thing is that, bro, what could they possibly send an admiral here, other than for smoke? But I also don't think it's gonna be smoke. But bro, you're an admiral. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if they want to have a messenger, they want to have some sort of parlay. Send Kobe or send some messenger, right? Yeah. Why is an admiral here? What do you guys think it would be doing here?
I think it's also because what's it called? Akainu is still scared of Wano. So he said himself he doesn't know the type of strength of the people in Wano, so he had to send somebody that was strong enough. If at the very least it's a messenger, send somebody strong enough just in case the niggas in Wano wanted smoke. Like,
I mean, but that doesn't make sense though, because Akainu is telling him, don't you dare make things worse, because he obviously didn't send them. Green Bolt is doing it on his own whim, because Green Bolt is I believe is tied with Wano, right? Like I think he's coming from Wano.
That's a theory.
We don't know for sure.
It's a theory that he's from Wano.
Off his name, and also the fact that he's been starving for like the last 3 years. That's why I believe he's from Wano, but I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. Because Yamato, she just starved herself. She starved herself waiting for Luffy and
Yo, did he starve himself until Wano got freed?
Yo,
stop, nigga. He's about to pull up and join the feast, nigga.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's there was a theory also that the reason why there was also, like, someone said that he might, because everybody thinks that he has like a plant-based devil fruit, right? Some type of plant Logia stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wano was starving on vegetation for the land, so he could be showing up there and then boop, like, give greenery to all of Wano again.
That'd be OD, bro.
So he might be going there to thank the Straw Hats. That's why he stopped everyone from moving or whatever.
Yeah. I definitely agree that I don't think his intentions are malicious.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, and Akainu is like saying, nah, stop, like, what are you doing? Like, don't do anything. And he's like, I got you. He's gonna be like, Luffy, bro, you the man. Thank you for taking care of Kaido. And then he gives greenery to all of Wano and stuff like that, and he's revealed to be someone important and whatever. Like, I don't know.
The history of Wano.
Yeah, we get more expedition dump when he arrives. So, yeah, I think I don't think he's there with malicious intent personally. But yeah.
But a few things that we do know about him is like, he doesn't treat women well, because with his conversation with Fujitora. and I don't know. It's definitely setting up a rivalry because with the whole starvation with Sanji, you know. So I don't know, the starvation with the treatment of women. We'll see how Green Bolt is.
Oh yeah, there was the connections about
Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
another reveal. Yeah, Oda's OD, bro.
How
So-
much do we think everybody's bounty's just gonna be?
Oh,
What's the
Luffy's-
biggest bounty right now?
yeah, you.
The biggest
Kaido.
alive one is Kaido, 4.6, I think.
Luffy's will be 5.
I'm
Three,
gonna kill it.
5? Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll be
bro,
the
he
same.
beat him, bro.
He'll be the same as Whitebeard.
Okay. Will he be 5 and then?
4.8.
Okay. I just because this is the thing to me. Okay, will he be 5 and then when he becomes Pirate King or when the series is over, is that gonna be his last bounty, or will he go
Nah.
up to like what though?
Bounty
Because
only
what-
exists
Blue
because
Rider's
Pirates-
5,
5
right?
now, and
Okay.
then by the end of the series, he'll be 6 billion,
Okay,
the highest in
I
the
can-
history of.
Ever.
I just wanted to go up to like 0.6. You
At
know,
the-
like, that'd be whack.
At
That'd be
the,
whack,
end, at the
right?
end of the series, bounties won't exist because Luffy will destroy the pirate world government
That's
system.
exactly what I was about
Yep.
to say.
Yeah,
Bounties won't
and
exist
then
at the
it'll
end of the
just
Okay, but is it
Nah, I don't believe
okay.
that. I think here's the thing with One Piece. One Piece is about taking freedom back from the celestial dragons, in my opinion, not necessarily destroying all of society governmental structures.
I
Because
was
if you
leaving, I'm not
think
coming,
about it,
bro.
that's Blackbeard's goal. Blackbeard wants to be the anarchist, destroy everything type character, whereas Luffy, I don't think he would go that far. I would think even he would argue that Navy is still important.
Bro,
So
I was
they probably
beaming,
just want to
bro.
top
I'm
up.
not gonna lie, bro.
Oh,
I was
sorry,
definitely
sorry.
beaming.
No, it is a
sorry.
good point. But even if that's the case, I feel like well, I don't know, because I was thinking to give him one last bounty before he comes through to Marijoa and destroys it all. But yeah, I don't know. I think this 5 is a great bounty for Luffy right now.
So Gold Rogers is 5.5 and Whitebeard's was
It's
5.46.
Mhm.
So or 5.046. So Luffy, if Luffy has 5, this shit's gonna be bigger than Kaido's, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So regardless
He
of
big.
the third,
Yeah,
he'll
he
have
big.
the third highest bounty in the series. Or you should have the third highest bounty in the series. Once we see it.
And then I feel like something's gonna up into the second, then it's gonna have to go up to the first.
And then it has to happen like that too, because I mean the world government is afraid that Nika is back, and they're panicking and all that other stuff. They say we can't fill this up, we can't like lie about this and da, da, da. He's in my opinion he's geared up for 5. He's geared up for 5. In
Yeah.
my opinion.
I agree.
So
What are Kid and Law's right now?
what happened?
What are Kid and Law's bounties right now?
I will tell you right now.
I think
What is
They're
Kid?
like-
His is
'Cause Law's was
470 million.
yeah,
Okay.
well,
And then
Laws is 500.
Law's 500 million. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're both gonna go up in like the 2s or the 3s.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna be super crazy. Like
They'll be at
but it's still gonna
2.5.
be
They'll
wild.
split it.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna be wild. But
What
they're
was
probably gonna be
Big
like
Mama's
2.
bounty? 4.3?
Big Mom's was like 4.4, 4.3.
4.38, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the bounty's gonna get split.
Yeah, like 2.2
2.2
each.
each.
Either
Yeah.
or 4.5 each.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do we think Zoro and Sanji both hit $1 billion too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
easy.
Yeah.
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 Zoro easy.
Zoro's hitting 2, bro.
What was King?
King was like 1.3
Kings
or
was
6.
1.4.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or wait, was that Marco? No,
Marco was 1.3 for sure.
Okay, yeah, Marco's was 1.3, Kings was 1.4, Queen was like 1.2
1.32.
or 3. Okay, yeah, 1.3.
Yeah, the,
And,
Monster Studios gonna have over $1 billion. For
Oh, yeah, King is 1.39.
Yeah. So
Alright, So Zoro is gonna have like 1 berry more than Sanji.
I could definitely see that.
I think he's gonna smoke Sanji's bounty. Like, cause he fought Kaido and
Yeah,
King.
it's true. It's true.
yeah, and it's been a long time
And
since
he's smart,
Zoro
though.
was like since Zoro's bounty was clearly the one on top over Sanji, because you think about it, it's been years since then. Sanji had the bigger bounty after Whole Cake, so it's only right if like Zoro topples him and then some, and then they'll argue about it as always. By the way, that was freaking funny. When Zoro was like, "Oh yeah, I came back from the death to kill you." Like,
Yep.
that shit, I was dead. I was
That shit
like
was really
dying.
funny, yeah.
Look,
That was
I'm-
funny, but yeah.
I'm just ready for Chopper's bounty to be 200 berries, bro. Nobody's talking about it. It's the biggest moment in One Piece.
I'm
200 berry bounty for Chopper.
The
Let's go.
mascot, baby. Mascot 200
Let's
berries.
go.
Bro, I'm tired of the Oda playing the joke on Chopper's bounty. I'm ready for it to be actually be something, you know.
I don't ever expect it to be anything, but like I would hope that like Chopper's bounty hits like 1,000, just so it could be like a little cute little thing for him, little joke.
He needs to be taken seriously.
I think so too, but
Everyone will be scared of that crew, bro. They'll be like, yo, all their bounties are dumb high, yo. What the fuck?
see, I
Shit.
think that's the funny thing though. Everybody counts Chopper out and then he hits monster point. And they're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. I mean,
Yo,
he got some shine in this arc. He
He did,
I wouldn't
he
be
did.
surprised.
He did a lot.
Yeah, he might
Yo.
go something. So
Multitasker, bro. Shit.
I honestly just wanted to at least let him be like 100 mil, like 100 mil. I think he earned 100 mil at the very least.
Yo, how funny would it be if Oda minuses some bounty from Usopp because he didn't do anything this arc?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think about that.
Oh man, that would be fucked up.
That would hurt.
I feel like I don't do that.
I
Like, that would
I
be
like
fucked.
that.
Only way I would be okay with that is if we got the Usopp, like a major Usopp redemption in the next arc.
No, that's
Or
what I think. Elbaf. I mean, that's always been like his
that's
his end
the
goal, no?
that's the
Yeah, like
general assumption is that it's Elbaf next.
If they do that, I feel like it would set up a premise of Usopp having to prove himself in Elbaf, and then we just get like the Usopp glow up.
But no. You know, wait, actually, no, we can't do that because Usopp would actually like that if his bounty was reduced. Like, sure,
Yeah.
everybody would be like,
You're right.
you know what's funny?
You're right.
Everybody would be like, Usopp, your bounty decreased. And he'll be like, in front of everyone, like, oh, damn, yeah, that's a shame. And
in his head,
mind,
yeah.
he's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like,
I could definitely see something like that happening. For
Yeah.
sure.
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for the chapter. Actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else that we
Wait.
need to discuss?
Yeah, there is one other thing. So I know that we're pretty much going on for
sure, but yeah, keep going.
oh
Like I just because there's because there's a big part of the chapter that's like when the Marines report that the elephant went back to the mist, the Goro Save member said, so the borders are staying closed for now. That means Wano is still almost impenetrable. I feel like there's something we don't know there that he knows that is making him connect those two things, right? How
Oh, he saw the elephant going, so he realized that the border.
he concluded that. I feel like it's a very interesting conclusion to make. It's like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
You're
immediately
right.
go to some wild idea that like Zunisha will move Wano in some sense, like somehow, but I don't know.
No,
I
you
thought
have a
was-
point because Zonisha obviously has something to do with it for her to show up
Right.
and for Momo to have that direct connection and tell Zonisha specifically that they want to keep the border
Open the
closed.
borders.
You know what I
And
mean?
then
Open
when he
them
told Zunisha, I'm gonna close the
whatever.
border. I'm gonna keep the borders closed. He said, "Okay, I'll act in that sense. I'll take your. I'll trust you." So clearly, he has some part of it,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah,
And
yeah, definitely does.
This confirms that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what the fuck is that? Like even then, like what does that mean? Still, you know, there's the fucking breadcrumb thing. Oh, to stop doing
The
this. bro, please.
breadcrumbs. He's definitely leaving the breadcrumbs because we really cannot make any inference off of this information.
Yeah. There's just big guesses we can make because I
Yeah.
definitely think like maybe he might literally fucking move Wano with him, and that could be the ultimate
possible.
opening of borders. When you move, the countries are moving like that. That is ultimately opening the borders. You don't have borders, you
Yeah.
know. So,
True.
but I again, we don't fucking know. But yeah, I thought that was super.
The whole thing with Wano is it's hard to get into, right? Because of the currents and shit.
And that's a
So-
big thing, right? Yeah.
So what if it's like a physical thing that he has to like he physically breaks? I don't know. Like I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying like. I mean, there's so many possibilities that fucking Oda just got us questioning again. Like, and also how fast is this fucking elephant, bro? They were this guy just was out like that, yo. He said,
yeah
fucking some ninja shit, yo.
yeah Zanisha they were gone like
Yeah.
ASAP.
How do you lose a fucking giant elephant?
I don't know.
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, it's super interesting. Sorry to cut you
But
off.
I was gonna say so.
I'm
I
sorry, I
kind
gotta go to work. I'll catch you later.
All right, bro.
All right,
Have a good day, bro.
Have a good day.
Peace.
I was gonna say I honestly, and could be the last thing. I don't know. I know that like so Kaido, Big Mom, they're I don't even know if it feels right to even say they're fully dead.
They're done. It's over. It's finished, Mod.
No,
Let
not
it
like
go.
that. Not like that. Not like that. No, chill. It's not like that. I'm not talking about like them coming back for Kaido 2.0 type thing. No, I'm talking about like for after Wano. Because like I said previously, Big Mom, she still has unresolved plot points. She could still be alive. Oda didn't show like them fully, like them going down in magma per se. They were just kind of chilling. Next thing you know, volcano explodes. I remember the theories about Big Mom might have like went onto the ship or whatever that was supposed to come, and there's still like the whole Elbaf situation and stuff like that. So I don't know if like Big Mom is fully done, but for later arcs.
Real quick, Mod, is it possible that Big Mom could use her power on the magma?
What do you mean?
Like,
like also?
Yeah, she brought fucking shit to life. You think it would be possible? I don't know.
She could do that with liquids?
Yeah, can she?
You can do anything, right? As long as
I haven't seen any limitations so far, so I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, she put it in like I think she could put it in anything. She put it in the sun, Monica. Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, there's still a possibility. Like with what Mod is saying, if Big Mom's still alive, possible way is that she made like, even though she's weak on energy, fucking made the magma alive and like survived somehow. I don't know. Just like, and maybe they're just waiting, bro. Like they're just biding their time.
I definitely don't think they're dead, but
yeah,
like. That magma could have sent them anywhere. Like they could be trapped somewhere. Like it could be so many.
The
things.
trap thing too.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it would be a way for them to die, but
this actually leads into one more point that I want to bring up before we end it. So there's been a lot of split between the fandom about the end of Wano, how the arc ended, and how people are feeling. The way that the Emperors were took out, the lack of conclusions that some people may perceive it as. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. How do you guys feel about the ending? And do you guys think that it affects the arc as a whole?
Well, who wants to get their thoughts out first? Because I have a lot to say, but
I definitely think that in terms of the ending, I feel people have said that like the actual ending, like the literal like post Kaido fight has been rushed, like the last like 2-3 chapters. Yeah. I don't really see that. I feel like it's always like dub party, like that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the thing is like now, bro, like people are saying, like it's not even really over. Like we don't have the one of the opponent glyphs, so we don't know what's happening with the rest of it. We don't even know their next destination for sure. Obviously, people think it's Elbaf and stuff like that, but we don't know that for sure, right? So. I think there's a lot left in terms of that, and I don't think it's rushed in terms of just the pattern of how everything else has been going for every other arc. So I don't think that's rushed. I do think, obviously, it's very disappointing for Kaido. And here's the thing: people said to me before, like that it could be shown in the Rocks, flashback how Kaido's real. But I feel like that's not the point because for Kaido to lose now for this whole arc that has been. We've seen him. Since the beginning of this arc, he was a threat. Unlike Big Mom, really, because like Luffy didn't fight Big Mom at all. Really, he had like one clash, I think, in the anime or something like that. But in the whole game I'm talking about, and in this arc, the whole point was that Kaido is the problem. Like even in Big Mom versus Kid in Law, their point before they awaken, before the last few chapters, they said we're not going to get to the rooftop no matter what. That's not going to happen. Even if we die, So it wasn't even about defeating her. It was about not letting Luffy's fight with Kaido get interrupted.
Yeah.
So I think that this nigga Kaido, all of the shit he said, I feel like it would have been much more satisfying if we had gotten all that now. I don't even give a fuck about Rocks. I just want to know maybe but this makes me think all that stuff is connected with Rocks, like who he was, why he doesn't trust people, stuff like that. Because I really do believe that people are right. It's going to be shown then. But I think that's like it took away a little bit from how I would have felt in the end if imagine the big emotional conflict with Kaido finishes with him having a great flashback and then we're like, wow, what a villain, blah blah blah. Now it's like nigga punched him, for 3 chapters and like those things. They're up there for 3 chapters. So yeah, I do think it's disappointing, but I also think Wano's a fucking legendary arc, and I think it has some of the highest highs in One Piece. So I don't think I can take that much away from it.
I agree. I think that it definitely doesn't take away from the arc as a whole. I will, however, say that I was one for the arc to be finished. I was definitely on the Kaido's Indian Awakening, yada yada, this, that, and the third. I still stand on that statement, but I think we all agreed a few episodes ago that we thought that there was going to be more. That there was going to be another threat pop up. You know, we didn't think that it was going to be the end, and then lo and behold, it was the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like I felt like a hater, honestly, saying that, oh, I don't like the way Kaido, you know, was finished up. But like, I feel like a lot of people, like more than I expected, people felt like it was not conclusive or a little bit anticlimactic. Like, people were like, is this really it? No?
Yeah, I feel you.
It could be said for multiple things. Like, was it the ending with Kaido? Like, what I'm trying to pinpoint exactly why people feel that way, even if they think Kaido's done, they still might have thought, like a lot of us, right, thought that Kaido might be done, but there's something else might happen at the end. Like, why is that, right? But so I think that's why I'm feeling, but so, I don't know.
You know what I honestly think? I'm sorry, man. I just want to get it out.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I know you're gonna go for a minute, so I should have kept this out. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
So one of the things that I think is that part of it has to do with the build up to this arc, because we've been building up to this arc since Punk Hazard. We first heard of Kaido and he was first introduced falling out the sky or whatever. Yep. And every arc leading up to that he's been in the background lurking. We've seen his men, we've seen his operation, you know what I'm saying? But he's been the big guy behind it. So there's been a lot of build up to Kaido specifically. You know what I mean? And I think it just led to people having higher than normal expectations because there was so much build up. And I think that doesn't mean that the ending was bad, because honestly, if we're being 100%, it was a typical ending to an arc. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Everybody beat their respective villain. Luffy beat the big bad. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? But I think there was just a lot of expectations, which were disappointed when it ended, as it should have. You know what I mean?
I think the big thing was supposed to be Gear 5, honestly. I think that was supposed to be
I think so. I think people loved it, and it's not like it didn't come as a surprise. People didn't love Gear 5. You know what I'm saying? But the expectations were just so high that people expected even more. Which I can't tell if that's on Oda or on us, you know what I mean?
That's another thing about the honest part. It's like, how much did the conversation about, oh, Kaido's gonna get back up, oh, the raid's gonna fail. How much did that expect our expectation? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
I just that's why I have a feeling, because next week is the final.
Wait, is it next week or 2 weeks?
It's this coming week, like this next chapter, and then it's a break for about a month.
Yeah. So you remember how we had the schedule like that, just throughout the schedule, obviously, but that's why I have a feeling Oda has something set up for this next chapter that it will end like it's. And now that Luffy and Zoro's awake, like everyone's awake. And something bad is definitely gonna happen this next chapter. It's just a feeling that I have. If he does
some shit here and then goes on a month break, I'm gonna
Kelly,
throw up, bro.
You know it, bro. He's gonna do it to us. He's gonna do it to us, bro. He's gonna do something, and we're gonna be like, fuck.
I'm gonna throw up, bro.
And then on a month break, dog. That's exactly what Oda's gonna do. And he's just gonna be sitting there laughing for a month, bro. Laughing at everybody. And everyone's gonna be going crazy, dog. Like, yo.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, because
that's fine. I'm just saying that's what I think is gonna happen, because for the tragedy to have happened with Luffy unconscious, that wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't really hit. But to have it happen in front of him, or, you know, he's watching, I think then,
or he's
like,
there,
you know, like, then, you know, okay. So that's what I think is gonna happen. I personally, I like. I was with Callie on, like, I wanted Wano to end, because I wanted all this stuff that's happening now, with the bounties, the, you know, slice of life stuff with the Straw Hats. You know, you get to see Momo try doing his pervy shit with Nami, and she's like, "Yo, fuck out of here, no more of that shit." You're like all that shit. Like, it makes me remember why I love One Piece, like seeing, like, all the characters interact with each other. But I don't know. I mean, I could see why people are disappointed. I mean, they expect more from Kaido. I'm happy though. I like the comeuppance. Like, everyone's getting their dues, and like, but definitely Oda's setting us up for something, man. Because remember what happened when everyone thought like we were okay, Ace was saved.
Yeah, you were talking about his other episode.
Him.
Yeah,
he killed him. So
I will say real quick that it is confirmed that after the break we're going into the last saga. So they said specifically with the chapter after the break, we'll start the next saga. which I'm like 99% sure means it's gonna start a new arc, right? Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't start a new saga with the same arc, right?
No.
So
I think they can still be in Wano when it starts, and then they're leaving.
and then
but-
leave.
I will say though that idea that there's a tragedy is tied with the acts and the kabuki plays, which is a Japanese thing, which is native to Wano, right? So
Right.
like,
So
I
if
feel like-
Wano's ending, then why would they continue the Kabuki theater, right? That doesn't really make sense.
but that's another thing is that like, did Oda really just like, is he not gonna give us an Act 3 end screen, or is like next week gonna end with the Act 3 end screen and then that's it? There's no more.
That's what I think. That's what I think. I think next week will be. I don't know. I'm just waiting for it, bro. Like, he got to give us the Act 3 end screen, unless he's just saying, "Fuck y'all, bro," and he just threw it out
something crazy. I think it'll be something. I hope at least we get the Act 3 end screen. Otherwise, this nigga just forgot. That's what I'm gonna say.
100%.
But I think, if we get a bomb by the end of next chapter, I think it's gonna be the setup for the rest of the next saga. That's what I think.
Makes sense. 100%.
Yeah.
And also, just so y'all know, like, the saga doesn't mean it's just like one arc, because people were misconstruing it to just be like the final arc.
Bro, we're the podcasters, bro. Come on.
No, I know. I'm
Come on, bro.
saying for the audience out there, you know, for the people that watch us and listen to us,
Right.
like, it's not the final arc, it's the final saga. Like, the Yonko saga was what, from Zou
Now
to
Wano, yeah, 3 arcs.
Yeah, you know, and then like we could even go past that, like you said in the beginning of the episode, Callie. Punk Hazard was the mention of Kaido. Like, this was even longer in the making. So who knows like how long this final saga will be? It's gonna be a doozy, and we're gonna be going through history, fucking doing this shit while this is going on. Like, we fucking started our podcast at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
Seriously. Oh my goodness.
Like, no one else I'd rather go on this journey with than you guys right now. Like, that's
I'm gonna get fired, bro.
you guys, and then, you know, my friends here, and then the people in our One Piece group. But like, yo, this shit's been OD.
You know, but
Definitely.
so Mod, what are your thoughts? Kaido?
Ooh, yes.
I mean, y'all covered a lot of them, but some stuff that I feel, because you brought up an interesting point, YHuss, about whether it's on Oda or on us for the expectations. Here's how I feel about it. I feel like there's a difference. There's nothing inherently wrong with expectations. I think what the issue comes down to is realistic expectations versus non-realistic expectations. You know, for example, a non-realistic expectation, you know, Shanks, Mihawk, Buggy, Blackbeard, everybody's going to come to Wano and everybody's going to fight in an all-out Yonko war.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that from? Unrealistic expectation.
Right.
Realistic expectation, you know, Oda could set the Kabuki plays up for Act 1 and 2, so we should reasonably expect an Act 3, and we never got it.
Yeah.
That's a realistic expectation that some might feel like was not delivered and stuff, right? So those are the things that people should come to grip about when it comes to Wano as a whole, as how it ends. I feel like there were some reasonable expectations that weren't met, in my personal opinion. Some reasonable ones. And I know this like could be a meme or whatever for me personally or whatever, and YHuss and everyone else that believed in Kaido's awakening. But I mean,
yourself included.
He's but I mean, he's the king of the beast pirates, you know, and he's the strongest creature in the world. So so that expectation of him having awakening wasn't a far-fetched thing, especially since it was established all the way back in Impel Down, that, you know, regular Zoans, they can be awakened. So why not expect that with the king of beasts, you know, the king of all that, and, you know, the world's strongest creature to have awakening, but he never awakened. Now, am I salty? Yeah, sure. For narratively, it does not matter per se that he had to awaken for the sake of this arc. I just wanted to see it, period, because he's established as the king of the beasts, or king of, you know, whatever. So,
and also the last two big bads that Luffy fought awakened. So
Right.
It's definitely an expectation. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it was kind of built up since like Doflamingo, who was under Kaido, and what's his name, Katakuri, who was under Big Mom, and neither Big Mom nor Kaido awakened. So,
Guys, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you. So, and none of the Beast Pirates awakened actually, and that created a wait. I'm hearing like some type of echo.
It's Callie. He didn't turn his mic off, and he's talking.
Okay, all right, but yeah, like I what were you gonna say?
No, keep going. Sorry about.
Oh, okay. So I just think that the ending for Wano, it might have affected the perception of the entirety of Wano for some individuals, which honestly I get that, because like I said, the difference between reasonable expectations and unrealistic expectations. If there are reasonable expectations that were reasonably thought to have happened and they weren't delivered or whatever, that I can see that affecting the arc for those individuals. For me personally, before this ending, Wano is like a 9 out of 10 for me, or like 8.5 out of 10 or whatever. And with the ending happened the way it did, all it did was push it down to like an 8 out of 10 for me. A solid 8 out of 10 arc. Still one of the best arcs in One Piece, in my opinion, and stuff. But the thing is, the unrealistic expectations and stuff, that's on us. If we as people can't like critically come to a point where we understand where the narrative of the story derives from. And it's also a difference between like demographics as well, because we are the like OGers when it comes to One Piece. And as YHuss said, each new generation of people will be getting into One Piece and stuff like that. And Oda has mentioned in a SBS before, SBS before, that he basically like has to juggle. He knows about the hardcore fandom, which is us, but he also has to juggle hardcore fandom with casual fandom. And the casual fandom, they're not thinking about it as critically or as hard as we are. So we're gonna have that mix of realistic versus unrealistic expectations way more than a casual audience, who's not in tune with One Piece every day, or every week, etc.
Right.
And because of that, that's where we get these theories like the raid will fail, Kaido will awaken, and all this other stuff, right? But like I said, that's like the meta behind it for us, because we think critically about the series. Now, are we always right? No, of course not. A lot of times we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But
very wrong.
But that's okay. We don't have a problem with being wrong. But there are some things that if they are established, it does feel kind of like a slight miss if they didn't follow through. Like I said with the Kabuki play thing earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
It was never established that Kaido will awaken. It's just a lot of hype and a lot of like evidence from the past that should suggest,
speculation on our part. Yeah.
So, and I acknowledge that personally, but it's one of those things where I can see that I have been wrong or others have been wrong about something, and that didn't take away from the entirety of the arc. Because also another thing that can affect it is the fact that we read this week to week.
100%.
That definitely affects our perception, and it affects the perception of mass of the arcs, just as Dressrosa. When Dressrosa, if you were a week-to-week reader back then, you almost thought that Dressrosa was one of the worst arcs of all time. And people have reread it years later and say, hold up, Dressrosa is actually pretty damn good. This is one of those moments where I feel like in time, we'll come back, revisit Wano. People will reread Wano from start to finish and see it in a whole new perspective than they did from at this point. And that's pretty much what I have to say about the whole thing. Everything else got covered. So
no, yeah, I definitely agree. I think I do really agree with that last point, that it's gonna feel a lot different, for better or worse, once you give it some time and then reread the whole arc from start to finish. Because week to week definitely has an impact on the way that we perceive and speculate on events and information. You know.
Yeah, and
Definitely
I think I was actually trying to say this. I remember when we were in the Zoro and Sanji part of it,
Mhm.
and that was I feel like right before that, when Toguro fights were ending, that was like peak raid fatigue. People were like, "Yeah, I just want to see the bounties and what's happening." In the rest of the
Yeah, I
world."
remember. I think we were talking about that on the podcast. I do remember that.
Yep.
Actually.
And I remember because I try to say this to everyone. It's like, bro, we are in a crazy moment of One Piece. You know, like this is Wano. You know, like this is like where like Zoro. Someone said it because like it's crazy how this is the final saga of One Piece, and like it's crazy to think about that. And then I remember that chapter when Zoro and them get up. Zoro gets up and they both start their fight with Queen and King, and Zoro and Sanji say it. It's like, dude, when this is over, Luffy's going to be like, it's going to be within reach to be Pirate King. It's like that shit is fucking monumental, right? So this is a monumental arc. It's a monumental moment. Like we started the podcast in this time, and I just want to remember how fire week to week we were going crazy with every chapter. And
spin.
I think it's super important to remember that. I was trying to say specifically, stay in the moment. You know, don't like lose this moment. Like this shit is fucking crazy. And I as much as I want to Kaido awaken, as much as I want to know more about him, this shit is fucking lit, bro. This shit is fucking lit, and it will never not be that way. So I'm cool. I'm gonna reread it, probably feel a bit better, but I think Wano's a great arc. 8.15, maybe even a 9. You know, so
I love it.
I'm not on this one. I think
it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
And exactly, that's the thing. It's like even like best. Like objectively, like not even nothing objective really exists in a sense, but in terms of critique, like us critiquing things, it's hard. But what matters is that there's a difference between what you think is the best, what you think could have been better, what you think could have been written better, blah blah blah, versus what your favorite is. We all undoubtedly had an unbelievable time reading Wano week to week with everyone, reacting every fucking week. I think that's super important to remember and realize about how much this shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really have to say about
No,
it.
I agree, 100%.
A few things. The cover story, real quick.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing Caesar.
Oh yeah, we saw Caesar.
Yes, we did.
When was the last time we saw Caesar, bro?
Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
In the plot too, in the wedding, I feel like we didn't even see him after the end. Like,
Did he get caught?
it seems he got caught, but
Right.
dude, okay, this is interesting. The Beaver card said he was confirmed to have escaped Whole Cake Island.
So why? So there.
But another thing is to remember is that this is in the past.
True.
Is this
Right,
in the
like,
past?
This
Is
is
it
like
or is it current?
2 weeks ago, right?
Okay.
So this is like immediately after Whole Cake then.
This is a bit after Whole Cake, yeah. And but
Okay.
in real life, in One Piece, like with Luffy's time, bro, it's like a month almost maybe since this, or since Whole Cake, because there was how it took to get to Wano,
Right.
and then it was 2 weeks into the raid, and then it was the raid, and now it's been 7 more days. That's 3 weeks just in Wano itself. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is in the past for sure. So that is to remember. But yeah, so is I don't
Caesar
think
going with Germa?
it's him because they said failed to get away.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's the people we saw in 1042, the
No.
2 people, because they said they arrived, intruders arrived or something like that in the
Yeah,
little script under. So we continue to see who those 2 people are. I feel like this isn't him. I feel like I'm gonna say that shit every fucking week. They're gonna show fucking Blackbeard. I'm gonna say nah, it's not Blackbeard. It's someone else. Yeah, no, interesting cover story for sure.
Yeah. I we should be coming to the end of that soon, though. I feel like.
I guess we're gonna see how long they
Oh,
typically are. I don't
There
know.
was one other. I almost forgot this point. There was one other thing. I know people also talked about like with you also YHuss like plot points that haven't been resolved. I mean I reflected on it. There are plenty of plot points that should have pertained just to that arc, or is sprouted from an arc that doesn't get resolved till later on. For instance, Alabasta and Pluton, you know, that was supposed to be there. Nickel Robin read that, and you know, we never really got anything past that outside of like it might still be there, maybe not, and that was it. And obviously we'll see the connection of Alabasta and Pluton later.
I think
Yeah.
that there's a little
other stuff like that.
I think that there's a little difference in that. Only the reason I would say that is because a lot of the plot points that are unresolved right now are Wano specific. Like if they don't go to the Poneglyph here and they leave, they're not coming back.
Oh, they have to. No, there's no way they don't.
You know what I mean? If we don't talk about Zoro's lineage or his possible connections, you know what I mean, between the samurai here, we're not coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Okay. Well, go ahead,
Maybe
Wise.
not
I
the
feel
lineage.
like
Maybe
I
not the
don't-
lineage point because
not even like even all that. It's like, bro, we really might come back to Wano though. Like,
Oh, y'all
I
think we're coming back? Oh, y'all crazy.
not
No,
not to have like a Wano specific arc or anything, but like think about this chapter. He said the Wano borders remain closed, right? Like, and Momo said, "I'm gonna keep them closed for now."
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's definitely gonna be important. And I also feel like this is going to be Luffy's main, like in the new world, Wano is his base of operations. Maybe going further, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll come back to this when it's time to go to Marijois. I feel like Wano and its border being opened is going to be some sort of important figure or factor.
Or
That could make sense.
And
That's
remember what
the
Pingmon said about one part of One Piece being here, right? Zunisha was companions with Joy Boy, and oh my goodness, now I'm thinking about it. That's even crazier in that Zunisha being companions with Joy Boy and having some sort of figure, like some sort of factor in the
connection.
being closed,
Yeah.
the borders and stuff like that. That means that Joy Boy and Wano were more tightened than we think.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think we
I
do
mean,
have to come back to Wano. And
Yeah,
it might be
I mean,
like more to show with that.
and to build on top of that, even if Luffy technically, like himself, doesn't come back to Wano, we as the audience will go back to Wano because it will get some perspective from Momonosuke. He might open the borders while Luffy is gone or something like that. We might get some, I don't know how this will happen, but maybe Zoro will fight someone, maybe like Shiryu or something like that, and like we jump back to Wano and we hear some like Wano natives or someone Kawamatsu talk about like, I wonder how Zoro's doing. Like, yeah, and Zoro, he's related to that guy, right? And then it could go into that whole thing, and then like we jump back to Zoro versus Shiryu, and that might play some type of importance. Like, I don't know, something we can do unresolved Wano plot threads moving forward, as long as they jump or they pertain to those things. Because we've seen it happen before, where like Fishman Island, when Luffy got the prediction that he would destroy Fishman Island, that has not been resolved whatsoever, and that's a Fishman Island related thing. But I don't think we're going to go back to Fishman Island. I think if anything, we go to Marijois and something might happen from up there, and the prediction will come true, and we go shift down to Madame Charlotte, and she's like, it came true, Luffy's going to destroy Fishman Island, or something like that. You know, like it could be something. It could trickle. It could have a trickle down or butterfly effect.
Like a domino effect. Oh,
yeah, exactly. From another arc
Mhm.
that leads into these past.
What if the opening of Wano starts that? You know what I mean? Like, could it changes like something within the Grand Line or whatnot, and then it just starts like affecting other places, like you're saying, like Fishman Island gets destroyed, and you know, it's just the whole thing. The Red Line gets destroyed. I don't know. Just, you know, it's kind of crazy what Oda has set up, yo. Because it's OD.
And then another one for Fishman Island, the Noah. We still don't know what.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a lot of speculation on what that's about. But you know, the Sea Kings, you know, they stopped Luffy from destroying it. They were like, he was going to destroy it. The voice of all things started there for Luffy, and we don't know like why that is and whatever, which will come into later. And on top of that, the Sea Kings, they were like, we're going to put this away for now, but it will come into importance later. So, and that's a Fishman Island specific thing. So, I mean, it can happen. That's where my belief now stands. So, yeah,
I agree with you. We're gonna see, man. I feel like next chapter, I think we're gonna get a bomb no matter what. Like,
next chapter is gonna be some heat. He's not leaving the month off without some heat, bro. Whether it's something crazy or not. Like,
I find it funny that before this, Callie was like, I don't want to get my hopes up, and then this nigga just said like, yeah, no, he's gonna go crazy.
I done did it to myself, bro. I can't help it, man. I do think, but even if we just get like bounties and shit, that's heat. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's about it for this episode.
Fire chapter.
No break next week. So.
Fire chapter, no break next week.
Yeah,
so
4 chapters in a row.
Yeah. Yo, he's holding it down right now. Shout out to Goda. Holding it down before he takes his monk break and gets ready for the final saga of One Piece, man. Shout out to
that also Goda with the inclusion and stuff, everything too. You know, like this guy's OD. This manga's been going on for so long, and like he like Kiku, like you know. And Yamato, like That's fucking beautiful. So just
I'm confused.
Goda indeed. Goda indeed.
Sure.
I'm confused on what you mean.
Oh, like Yamato considering themselves as a he.
Oh,
And then
I'm fucking
Iku.
stupid. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention. Yeah, no. He's very progressive. He's extremely progressive, and it's cool because it's something. It's something to consider is that when he first started writing like trans characters and gender bent characters, he actually received a lot of criticism because the first character I believe was
Bon-chan.
Bon-chan, right?
Yeah.
And then it was Ivankov, and then he received a lot of criticism that these characters were caricatures. Yeah, they were sloppy, and it wasn't good portrayals. Right. Yeah, and then that whole land of just harem shit and things like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He received a lot of criticism for it, and he heard that, and he continued to create characters like this, but he made them a lot more realistic. Not realistic because it's a fucking giant woman with horns, but you know what I'm saying. He definitely he made them a lot more. I don't know the word I want to say, relatable. Or
he made them less caricature like and gave them depth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think realistic is not even a bad way to put it. I think one really big part that's like super important to realize is that it's not even like a big deal in the chapter, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the order. He's the go.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what? I was going to say, you know what's funny? My wife actually likes Ivankov a lot. Like that's one of her favorite characters, and I like Ivankov a lot too.
Me too.
Ivankov,
even if he fumbled the bag with that, I still
honestly
I still like them.
I've heard mixed opinions. I've heard mixed opinions about how people in that community feel about Ivankov and Bon Clay. I feel like I've heard some people say they're good, some people say they're bad. Yeah. So it's not like it's one side, but he's doing great. And the whole manga is about this, right? Like no matter what, you gotta accept people,
Exactly, and you gotta accept who you are, and that's we'll accept who you are as you see yourself, and
also
we just move on.
Shout outs to Oda for the bath scene because it's Pride Month and to show that Yamato could hang with the boys, even though a few of them couldn't handle it, like Sanji and Brook.
Sanji was I didn't even notice Sanji when I first read, bro. He was in the back, bro, doing flips over and nosebleed and shit.
Yeah, he was down bad from that one, but like Zoro, Jinbei, Luffy, the more stoic ones didn't care. Like, and hey, I mess with it.
It's realistic, it's realistic.
So Carrot's in the bath scene, so Carrot confirmed Strawhat.
He's in the fucking background, dog. She's in the background, bro.
I didn't realize she was there. That's hilarious.
Man.
We also didn't get Luffy confirming Yamato.
Yeah, not yet. That's true.
That'll probably wait until they actually set sail or whatever, though. So.
Yeah. Imagine they said no.
Yo, you really see? I see it on Reddit. There was a girl that got the straw hats on her back. Every straw hat, and has Yamato at the end of her shit. At the end of all the straw hats, it would be an absolute shame if Luffy pulled the okie doke and said, "No, you can't come."
No, don't, no.
Yo, a nigga got Luffy's Nika form with the Super Saiyan color, and it's like it's white.
And it's
right?
white. He's tight.
That's what I did. What I did, bro. That's what I did. What I did.
It's just straight straight manga panel, 100%, bro.
With the detailed moon, and not just that, because I had another idea to like match my Green Lantern. I was gonna have the Jolly Rogers of all the Straw Hats going around Luffy, right? Because I have the Green Lantern ones going around the Green Lantern. So I was gonna do the same on the other one.
Word.
But then my friends were like, "Yo, but Oda's not done adding Straw Hat members, so you can't do that yet."
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, let me hold off. I got the manga panel instead, and I was like, I'm good for now. So like, shit, that's just crazy, bro. The whole crew. Plus Yamato?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Very tough. It'd be like that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, they guess if that was true, that the girl messed up and Yamato didn't join the crew, she could be like, "This is what if she joined the crew."
Just take the L, bro.
Nah, you definitely gotta take the L 100%.
Just add BV on the other side and be like, "Oh, it's the
the what if."
What if?
Just all my favorite characters.
Just keep adding to the reel, people are long in there.
Just throw everybody in there.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
man.
All right, guys.
Alright.
It's been real. Very fun episode. We will be back next week with a new chapter. We will also have a schedule of what we want to do over the break because we're not going to stop the content, but we're going to figure out some stuff to do. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube, Strawhat Sitdown. Make sure you follow our Twitter at Strawhat Sitdown and show us some love, man. We don't know all the time talking about.
I think we're 8 followers away on YouTube from hitting 100.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we need subscribers, baby. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Hold it down, man.
We get to 100, we get a custom URL, and so then I want to do some banner updates and everything for y'all.
Yes. Let's get to that 100 subscribers, right, guys?
Yeah.
That'll be it for episode 25. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
Later, guys. Peace. Later.
Peace.
Nice.
Word.